This video is about enthalpy changes. This is the first part of the chapter chemical energetics. The second part I'll discuss again more detail, but here the main points are enthalpy change of formation, enthalpy change of combustion, enthalpy change of hydration, enthalpy change of solution, enthalpy change of neutralization, enthalpy change of atomization energy, and the last one, bond energy. Before going to detail, I want to mention the first, that is enthalpy. Enthalpy is the stored energy in a compound. That is heat content. We express it by H. We are more interested to know enthalpy change. The simple definition of enthalpy change is that heat change per mole. If I give simple example, it will be easy to you. That is, in a reaction, if 2 mole chemical substance involved, in the limiting case, and here 10 kilojoule energy changes. Energy change is expressed in kilojoule, so 10 divided by 2, that is 5 kilojoule per mole. I think simple to you, the unit is kilojoule per mole. We are more interested to know standard enthalpy change. So standard enthalpy change is the enthalpy change as standard conditions and standard state. The standard conditions involve here temperature, pressure, and the concentration. The temperature is 298 Kelvin or 25 degrees centigrade. The pressure is 1 bar or 100 kilopascal. That is 100,000 pascal. We can also convert it to the ATM, atmospheric pressure, almost 1 atmospheric pressure, and the solution is involved 1 mole per dm cube. Standard conditions easy, but standard state you may have confusion, so I'm making it clear. At standard state at standard condition, that is room temperature, pressure, water is liquid, so standard state is liquid. But it will be critical or challenging for you for electrons. For more energetically stable one will be the standard state. For carbon, we have two main electrodes, diamond and graphite. So which one is more energetically stable? That will be the standard state. The critical situation, you have to take decision this way, but simple case, it is quite simple. The symbol for standard enthalpy changes. The symbol for standard enthalpy change is delta S. Then there is a reference here, that is delta is not. Sometimes we can use theta or another symbol. Different books have different symbol, but this is the standard condition, that is the matter. Enthalpy change of reaction. Standard enthalpy change of reaction is the enthalpy change which occur when equation quantities of material react under standard conditions and with everything given in standard state. If I give here equation H2 plus half O2, we can make more water. The equation quantity substance we are involving in the upper of arrow sign, we can use delta H for this reaction. Delta is R. So the enthalpy change here involve different types. So enthalpy change of formation. Enthalpy change of formation is the enthalpy change which occur 1 mole of a compound is formed from its elements under standard conditions with everything in its standard state. If I give a simple example, if you want to make 1 mole water, what is the compound? It will be 1 mole and the standard state is the liquid from its elements. Water has the elements hydrogen and oxygen. These are the elements H and O. So 1 mole hydrogen and half mole oxygen. These are at gaseous state. Similarly, if you want to make 1 mole carbon dioxide, the elements will be carbon and oxygen. Enthalpy change of formation for element equal to 0. There is nothing changed. So enthalpy change of formation of hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, these are 0. Another point, enthalpy change of combustion. Enthalpy change of combustion is the enthalpy change which occur when 1 mole of a compound is burned completely in oxygen under standard conditions. Everything given in standard state. If I mention here methane, 1 mole methane is burned in oxygen, make carbon dioxide and water. One methane should be 1 mole. I already mentioned this is exothermic reaction. Negative heat evolved. Another point, standard enthalpy change of solution. This is the enthalpy change when 1 mole of ionic substance. You have to remember 1 mole ionic substance dissolved in water to make it infinite dilute solution. This can be positive or negative. I want to make it clear. Infinite dilute solution is where there is a sufficiently large amount of water added but no more change of heat. That is the infinite dilution. So if we add 1 mole potassium chloride to water, potassium chloride, aqueous solution, this is the enthalpy change of solution. I'll discuss more regarding enthalpy change of solution in the A2 course, but here you have to have the brief ordinary general idea. Now, enthalpy change of hydration. Enthalpy change of hydration is the enthalpy change when 1 mole gaseous ion dissolved in water to make the solution. For this case, this is always exothermic because here there is no bond breaking, only bond making is involved. Gaseous potassium ions sit far apart, no bond inside them almost. When water is added there, and the aqueous solution will be made here, huge amount of heat will be coming out. Similarly, for chloride ion, if we add water, it will make chloride aqueous solution. From these two, we can make the hydration of potassium chloride. For potassium chloride hydration, we have to add the hydration enthalpy of potassium ion and the chloride ion. Enthalpy change of neutralization is involved for chemical reactions of acid and alkali. In this case, per mole of water is the reference. We know in acid and alkali reactant make salt and water. Here, water should be 1 mole. If I give one example, hydrochloric acid and potassium hydroxide get potassium chloride and water. Water should be 1 mole. And here, this is always exothermic. For strong acid and strong alkali, this is constant because H plus H minus water, the ionic equation is the same. But if either of the substance, acid or alkali, weak, the enthalpy change won't be constant. It will be changed. Ionic equation will be different. I want to give another example of calculation. Hydrochloric acid, potassium hydroxide reactant. I already mentioned potassium chloride and water. In this case, I'm taking potassium hydroxide in the conical flask, 1 mole per dm cube, and 25 cm cube by the pipette. And from burette, hydrochloric acid is added drop by drop. The concentration, I'm considering 1 mole, and the volume at 25 reaction is finished. For this case, this is exothermic. I'm assuming the temperature changes 10 degree and total volume 25 plus 25, 50, and the heat change Q is equal to mc del theta. Here m is the mass, C is the specific heat capacity to be given to your question or to your data booklet, and the temperature change here in this experiment is 10 degrees. So here the total heat change 2.1 kilojoule. And the mole is involved, either potassium hydroxide or hydrochloric acid is 0.025. So enthalpy change is equal to heat change divided by mole, the formula. So from here, the enthalpy change is minus 84 kilojoule. I'll discuss more in the next video. Here I'm giving you just the idea how to calculate the enthalpy change. Another point is enthalpy change of atomization. This is very, very important. Atomization means 1 mole of gaseous atom you want to make from its elements. Just one example given here. Half more chlorine gas, we can make 1 mole chlorine gas atom. So similarly, we want to make 1 mole gas iodine atom from its elements. Half mole iodine molecules. This is solid to gas. That is, the reference is that 1 mole gaseous atoms in the right side. So this way you have to balance the equation. This is also endothermic. It is needed for this one. The last point of this video is the bond energy. Bond energy is very, very important. I have discussed in chapter 4 regarding bond energy. The bond energy is the bond breaking energy. We need the energy to break the bond. So the main thing is that everything being in the gas state, this is essential. So if more than one type or more than one similar bond, in this case we can consider the average bond energy. If I go to here, I'm giving you many examples. This data I'm taken from your data booklet. Many bond energies are given. The last point I want to mention, how to calculate the enthalpy change using the bond energy concept. The data given here. From here we can calculate the bond breaking energy. Bond breaking energy: carbon carbon bond, carbon hydrogen 6 bond, and chlorine chlorine bond 1 bond. So from here total bond breaking energy positive 3068, and the bond making energy just opposite to the bond breaking, it will be negative. So here the bond making energy: carbon carbon, carbon hydrogen, carbon chlorine, and hydrogen chlorine. If we add these all, it will be negative 3190. The numerical value of bond making is greater, so the enthalpy change is negative 122. I'll discuss more in the next video how to calculate enthalpy change using Hess's law. In this video, the basic part, if you have any specific question, you can write in the comment below. I think you'll get the correct answer. If you get a very little benefit from this video, please subscribe the channel and share with your friends. Thank you for watching this video.